Hello and welcome to today's podcast. In today's podcast I'll show the EPC Advisor tool. Not a lot of people are aware of this tool, and it can be quite handy. In order to open the EPC Advisor tool, you'll go to the landmark EPC register, which you can find out at www.epcregister.com, and that will bring you onto the following screen. What we'll click on, I'll always do it this way, so I'll show you how I do it. I click on the report retrieval option, and I'll put the RRN or the report reference number from the EPC that I've got. So I've picked a random EPC with a random number, so I don't actually know what this, if this is a good or bad property. But I'll put the RRN in, and then to verify that I'm not a robot, I'll have to enter the number that you can see in that little box. They can sometimes be a little bit tricky. So 60102257, and click Retrieve Report. That will bring you onto the following screen, and it'll ask you to retrieve the latest report. I never know why they really do this, but maybe because you want to retrieve a slightly older report, I don't know. So you click on Retrieve Report again, and that will bring you onto the following screen where you have the RRN, the report date. I don't know why they always have the time of 0000. That surprises me. You can also see who has done the EPC, and instead of click here to view the report in PDF format, you click here to go to the EPC Advisor tool. And that brings you onto the EPC Advisor screen. As you can see, you've got a few sort of columns here. You've got the columns measures. Here it's got installation measures, but if you scroll down you've got lighting measures, heating measures. Then you've got info. I believe that's a link that will take you on to more information on the particular measure. Then the potential cost of installing these measures, so draft proving here you can see £100 on average per dwelling. Then you'll have CO2 savings per year, options, I don't know what that is, I presume that's a download function. And then potential savings per year for installing that measure. And here you've got the add remove button, so you can tick. And basically what it allows you to do, you've had an EPC commissioned and you can actually see what it would do, what the sort of benefits are of you installing certain measures. So you can just have a basket case and just pick and mix really. And it allows you to calculate. So let's have a look at the first one. So let's have a look at draft proofing. It will cost me £100 to do, and I'll just click tick, and as you can see the calculate button here has turned orange. So let's click calculate, and if my computer doesn't crash, yes, there we go, then we can see that it'll cost me £100, and once I've installed it I'll save £1 a year on having this. I'll save £1 having this measure, so my payback time would be 100 years for draft proofing. More interestingly, I would say 5 kilos of CO2 emissions every year simply by draft proofing my home. I'll let you decide if it's worth it or not. Low energy light bulbs, again, I presume this household didn't have 100% of low energy lights, and therefore this option's here. Okay, heating controls, 350 to 450 pounds per installation. Okay, let's select that. And obviously you can click multiples and then say calculate. I'm just going by each option now, so let's work that out. And again, my computer seems to be taking a little bit of time. Again, I would only save £1, but I'd save 8 kilograms of CO2 emissions a year. But it would cost me for 350 to 450 quid, so again, not the best payback. As I've not had a look at this EPC, I just picked the RRN. I presume this is quite an efficient home already. Upgrade heating system, okay, let's select that. 1,500 to £3,500, and let's say calculate. Oh, interestingly, you can see I chose upgrade heating system and it's greyed out the other bits, because obviously if I improve my heating system, basically I'll probably put a better boiler in, and there's no point in me then installing a biomass or fan assisted storage heaters or ground source heat pump. So let's calculate that. Okay. So that would save me 169 kilos of CO2 emissions, and my potential saving a year would be 29 quid. But more interestingly, it will cost me quite a bit. So my overall saving so far is £31. Now the other thing is I can presume I can unclick and select other measures. So yes, the EPC Advisor tool tells me to get a 90% efficient condensing gas boiler. Well, I don't think that payback's good enough, so let's have a look. If I untick that and I go for a ground source heat pump, which will be 9 to 17 grand, and let's calculate it. Okay, so slightly more, 41 £41 I save every year, and 38 kilos of CO2 emissions. So it appears that having a condensing boiler would be better than a ground source heat pump. Okay, let's install some renewables and let's hope they've got a better payback. Let's choose some solar PV and again calculate. Okay, that's much more substantial. So £4,500 to £8,000 installation costs per kilowatt per kW. Okay, 410 kilos of CO2 a year, so that's much more worth it. And my potential annual savings are £357. Again, that's quite interesting for the Green Deal. Bear that in mind. Okay, so my total savings now for installing this would be £399 a year. I can now view the results on the next page. So this is my selection. I'm happy with it, and this is what I'm going for. So I then have a screen which says your chosen measures could save you, and it's got a total running here. And so my current is 81. So yeah, as you can see, a good property, and my potential after installing that would be 86. So I can download this PDF and then probably go and source ground source heat pump engineers and solar PV installers. That's the EPC Advisor tool, and as you can see, it's a reasonably useful tool. If you've got an EPC done, then you can just question what you want to do. It's free, so anybody can use it. So once you have an EPC, just go to www.epcregister.com, enter the RRN, and you too can do this. I hope this was useful. If you have any questions or suggestions, email me or Twitter me. And thank you very much for watching.